We are on.
All right, quarter number 2, man. The Doc and GM NBA recap show. Doc, we said second quarter we're going to cover the West, the standings basically. Who's doing what, who's who, who's where, and who's hooping basically, and who's not hooping. And so what made me think of this for our show is had to be 2 nights ago. Well, I told you, I looked at the standings and I said, wow, you'd never guess.
Right.
And so I had a buddy. He's more of a football buddy, but he knows and respects the NBA and tries to keep up. So I told him, I said, I will give you 10. Well, first I said 4 guesses. Then I said, no, you give me more than that. And I said, I'll give you 8 guesses, and you will not tell me who the number 1 team is in the West. And I think he went to 11, and I just said, forget it, I'll tell you. So
he got through almost the whole conference.
Yeah. Because again, who at that time that night was the Memphis Grizzlies?
Mm-hmm.
Who would have guessed that coming in? Because again, if you're just a casual basketball fan on what you've heard, you're not hearing Memphis Grizzlies. So with that said, let's look at the standings. We're a couple of nights, changed from that day, so the standings have changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Memphis is quote unquote tied for I guess technically if you list them behind the Clippers, I guess the tiebreaker scenario would go to the Clippers. I guess is how the NBA would do it. But you wouldn't guess the Clippers. You wouldn't guess Memphis. You wouldn't guess. You would guess OKC. Oh, so it's not a 3-way tie now. We must have had a game.
No, I was going to say some things have changed since
we pre-show production. Anyway, so Clippers are number 1. Memphis is number 2.
The Warriors are number 1 now.
14. That's not what I got. I got Clippers 4. Do I need to refresh my page?
I think you do.
Wow, what's going on? All right, so give me the standings as I refresh.
All right, well, number 1, Golden State, LA Clippers, followed by Memphis at 3, Denver Nuggets at 4, Portland at 5, OKC at 6, LA Lakers at 7, and Sacramento Kings in the 8th slot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They actually took a loss tonight to Golden State.
Who is they?
Sacramento.
Okay, I got you. Now, I just refreshed NBAstandings.com as you went through that list. I'm going to refresh again, which I just did. And no matter how many times I refresh, I have all of those teams at 66 points, 66%.
Okay.
So
What, the top 3?
yes.
Yeah.
So they're all the same. And as they list them, Golden State's number 3. Look at this.
I mean,
You got it like that?
Nope.
I refreshed this 3 times.
I mean, I'm on the ESPN.
I got you. I'm gonna trust ESPN. Again, the percentage, if you do the math, is the same. 0.667 between the Clippers, Memphis, and Golden State. But as the NBA.com lists them under the Western Conference, they have the Clippers number 1. And so they, from my understanding, this is always, if the season ended today, this is how it would look.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, you wouldn't put the Clippers up there. You wouldn't put the Grizzlies up there. You would definitely have Golden State in there. You got Denver at 4.
Yeah.
You'd have that somewhere. Portland, you'd have Portland at 5-ish.
Sure.
You'd have OK 6-ish. Coming in with LeBron and their team, you'd have them at 7-ish. But you would not have OKC at
You mean Sacramento?
at 8-ish.
No, not at all.
Many people would not have New Orleans at 9-ish. They'd have them better. Houston, they definitely have them better than 10. Make sense of it for me, man.
Make sense of this?
Can you?
No. Well, okay. Let's start with I can't make sense of the Clippers other than they're low-key talented and they play hard and Doc Rivers is a good coach.
Okay.
So, and they're taking advantage of some dysfunction in other areas, i.e. Houston, who's actually started to right the ship. Memphis.
As you say that, Houston on a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah.
Memphis
got Mike Conley Jr. back.
Yes, they did.
So underrated. so underrated. So I thought they would be in contention to make the playoffs again this year. I didn't think they'd be fighting for a number one spot at any point, but Mike Conley's back, and him and Mark Gasol, they play very well together, and that's still that grit and grind team. So I'm not as surprised by that, but that's how it happened. Denver Nuggets, same thing. They got a fully healthy Millsap, plus those other young guys, Murray, the Joker. So no surprises there.
Now with them, I guess when you're number 4, that means you're good, but sometimes you're going to be up and down good because I'm thinking Denver started off hot.
Mm-hmm.
I think they may have lost like
at least 4 in a
row, and now they're back on a 3-game winning streak. So their last 10 is 4 and 6,
right,
which doesn't look good, but
they started off really hot.
Yeah. Portland
doing what Portland does, man.
Yeah. Basically, I think their role players need to, and I'm pretty sure they are getting better. They're getting better as a team collectively. Terry Stotts is their coach, right?
Yeah, he's still there.
I'm guessing he's learning and they're buying into his system maybe just a little bit more.
Damian Lillard is playing at an MVP level this year.
Matter of fact, if you watch him, that's as always reported, CJ gets down with him.
And he does.
CJ
yes, he does.
With him, man. Yeah, because if it's not one, it's the other, and it's not.
Good luck to you if there's both.
Oh, right. And to me, it's not like I don't mean to throw shade as I'm throwing shade on like the team that we just talked about in the first quarter, the Wizards,
right?
Where every now and then Bradley Beal can happen, and every now and then John Wall can happen. Those guys happen on a consistent, not as consistent as say a Golden State's guards, but they're a half a step behind.
I don't know. I put them right there with them, really.
Yeah,
I would.
No, they can get it. Yes, sir. OKC started slow, doing well right now.
Yep.
They lost last night, or tonight it may have been, but doing well. 7-3.
They look good, man. They look really good.
Yeah. It's just a matter of really, and I love Russ. Him trusting his teammates, because they're 7-3 in their last 10, and one of the 3 that they lost, he took us some terrible shots down the stretch. It was in one of those national televised games.
He's going to do that.
Yeah. So if he learns to do less of that, they're going to be they could be a great team.
Yeah, they really can.
Right?
Yeah.
They got 2 solid ones, and then no, they got 3 solid ones because Steven Adams is solid.
They got 4. Dennis Schroeder's pretty solid.
Yeah.
So they got some players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're tough.
Lakers, 8-2 in their last 10, 3-game winning streak.
On the come up big time, needless to say.
Yeah. Most people had them what? Bottom of this Western Conference.
I had them fighting for that 8th spot.
So I was getting my hair cut today, yesterday, and my barber started talking about the NBA. And this was his words. I didn't comment on it, but this is what he said. He said that, mark his word, the Lakers will be in the Western Conference Finals. He says, I don't know if they'll win it. He says they will be in the Western Conference Finals. What you see in this first quarter of the season, how far away from home base is he?
He's not far. It all depends on their road to the finals. If it doesn't go through Golden State to get to the conference finals, then yes, they can be in the conference finals.
Okay.
But if they have to go to Golden State to get there, then no, that's not going to work out.
So no way they can be. He can. Okay, are the Lakers better than the Lakers plus LeBron better than Cleveland plus LeBron?
Yes.
Not especially. I guess we're not talking about with Kyrie, right?
Yeah, right. No, we're talking about the guys he just left
to the guys he has now.
Yeah, the Lakers are better.
Okay. I guess it could happen.
If only marginally.
Yeah.
They're young.
But the West is still the West, though, man. That young part The teams that are good in the West, Memphis, currently right now,
Right.
Memphis, Denver, Portland, OKC. If Houston comes back,
Right.
if the Pelicans come up a little bit, those guys aren't young.
But it's that LeBron factor, man. Playoff LeBron.
A lot of pressure out there, man.
He's been through everything at this point.
Yeah, the last 16 years.
So, I mean, I'm not saying the wheels might not fall off, but that's what it will have to take. Because playoff LeBron is problematic. And even though it's the West, you look around at some of the other big names, who's really going to be able to deal with that outside of a KD? And
well, here's one thing we've said for years, you and I, and me and other people as well, is that LeBron owned the East. But the West could care less about it. Has that not been said aloud by many people?
well, I'm about to test that theory.
That's what I'm getting ready to say.
Yeah.
So now
I'm saying he's figuring it out currently.
All right. So real quick, we got 1 minute. Let's try to stay on course for this one. Of this 8 teams, Clippers, or we already discussed who's number. Clippers, Memphis, Golden State, Denver, Portland,
right?
OKC, Lakers, and Sacramento's 8.
Yep.
Who's definitely out, and who's definitely other than Golden State, who's definitely in?
Who's definitely out?
Yes.
Man,
right now there's 8 of those 8. Who's not?
Sacramento.
Wow. Okay, so I guess that's an easy one.
Yeah.
And who's other than Golden State for sure? Who I don't care. And there's some randoms in there.
Yeah.
Who's in the playoffs for sure of the 8?
Outside of Golden State, Portland.
Yes, sir. Portland.
Yeah, Portland, right. Denver. I take both of those.
Yeah.
OKC. LA Lakers starting to look like.
So you'll go 4 of those are definitely in.
I hate to get. It's the West, man. You know how this plays out.
So just give me one. I'm not asking for 4.
So just one.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the West.
If I'm a gambler, man, Denver Nuggets.
Denver definitely in.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I would say
injuries always, barring that, but yeah.
I guess you could say the easy route is saying I tend to agree for the easy out, Sacramento for sure.
Yeah.
And for sure in. I said it at the beginning of the season. LeBron's not going to not make the playoffs. So I
and there's that. Yeah.
But like you said, there's 3 or 4 matches. OKC's going to make it. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So there's the West, man. We'll see. We'll see.
The Wild West.
How it looks. We hit the East in the third quarter.